Walk into any car dealership in America right now, and they will try to sell you a dream. Low monthly payments, great fuel economy, bestseller in its class. But here is what they are not telling you. Some of the most popular vehicles on American roads are financial black holes. They look good on the showroom floor, but 5 years later, you will be drowning in repair bills, insurance premiums, and depreciation so brutal it will make your head spin. Today, we are counting down the 9 best-selling vehicles that will absolutely drain your wallet, starting from bad and working our way to the absolute worst. These are not obscure models. These are the trucks and SUVs that your neighbors are driving right now, completely unaware of the financial disaster waiting around the corner. But before we dive in, if you want to avoid making a massive mistake on your next vehicle purchase, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We are exposing the truth about cars that dealers do not want you to know. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. All right, let us start the countdown. Starting at number 9, we have the Toyota RAV4. Now, I know what you are thinking. Toyota? Reliable Toyota? Here is the truth. The RAV4 is the best-selling SUV in America for a reason. People buy it thinking they are getting legendary Toyota reliability. And you are? Sort of. The problem is not the engine. It is everything else. First, the price. A fully loaded RAV4 hybrid will push you into luxury car territory for a compact SUV with cheap plastic interior and a ride quality that feels like you are driving on wooden wheels. Then comes the real killer, insurance. Because everyone wants to steal a RAV4, your insurance premiums are through the roof. Add in the fact that Toyota parts are no longer cheap, and body shops charge a premium because these things are everywhere, and suddenly your reliable commuter is bleeding your budget dry every single month. But here is what is worse. The fuel economy. Toyota advertises impressive numbers for the hybrid. In the real world, you are nowhere close. That gap adds up fast when gas prices spike. The RAV4 will not destroy your bank account overnight, but it will bleed you slowly over years of ownership. Speaking of bleeding slowly, the next vehicle on our list takes that to a whole new level. Number 8. Nissan Rogue. This is the SUV that proves you get what you pay for. Nissan prices the Rogue aggressively to move units off the lot. The problem is, they achieved that low price by cutting corners in places you cannot see until it is too late. The CVT transmission. Nissan has been using continuously variable transmissions for years, and they are infamous for failing. We are talking about transmission replacements at 60,000 miles. That is a $4,000 to $6,000 repair that hits you right when your warranty expires. It is almost like they designed it that way. Then there is the depreciation. A 3-year-old Rogue loses 50% of its value. You drive off the lot at $35,000, and 3 years later it is worth $17,000. That is $18,000 evaporated into thin air. Add in below-average fuel economy, expensive insurance because of high theft rates, and an infotainment system that lags worse than a 2010 smartphone, and you have got a vehicle that drains your wallet from every possible angle. The Rogue might be cheap to buy, but it is expensive to own. But if you think that is bad, wait until you hear about number 7. Number 7. Ford Explorer. This 3-row SUV has been an American icon for decades. It is also an icon of expensive repairs and constant maintenance. Ford redesigned the Explorer in 2020 with a new rear-wheel drive platform. Sounds great, right? Wrong. The 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine has carbon buildup issues that require walnut blasting at 50,000 miles. That is a $600 maintenance item that is not covered under warranty. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 is even worse. Turbos fail, coolant leaks from the intercooler, and the 10-speed transmission has a mind of its own. Harsh shifts, hesitation, and complete failure are all common complaints. But the real killer is the price. A loaded Explorer ST costs $60,000. For that money, you are getting Ford-level interior quality and reliability that makes you question every decision you have ever made. Insurance is high because of the price tag, fuel economy is terrible for a family SUV, and resale value drops faster than your faith in American automakers. The Explorer looks tough in your driveway, but your bank account will not survive it. And if you think Ford is bad, the next vehicle proves that luxury badges do not save you from financial pain. Number 6. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep markets this as a premium SUV with off-road capability. What they do not advertise is the electrical gremlins, the engine problems, and the fact that this thing spends more time at the dealership than in your garage. Let us start with the engine options. The 3.6-liter V6 is okay. Nothing special, but it works. The problem is, nobody buys that one. They go for the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 because it sounds amazing. What does not sound amazing is 14 miles per gallon in the city and a lifter failure at 80,000 miles that costs $5,000 to fix. Then there is the air suspension. Every Grand Cherokee owner will tell you the same story. It works great until it does not. Air suspension failure is almost guaranteed by 100,000 miles. Replacing all 4 air struts costs $4,000. You can convert to coil springs for $2,000, but then you lose the ride quality that made you buy the Jeep in the first place. Add in premium fuel requirements, expensive Jeep parts, and depreciation that hits hard after year 3, and you have got an SUV that looks great, but destroys your finances. 5. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. This is where things get expensive fast. Full-size trucks are the backbone of the American auto industry, and they are also the backbone of repair shops across the country. The Silverado starts at $40,000, but nobody buys the base model. By the time you add 4-wheel drive, the crew cab, and the LTZ package, you are at $65,000. And that is before the dealer markup. The problem starts immediately with fuel economy. Chevy advertises 23 miles per gallon highway. In reality, you are getting 18 if you are lucky. That is $300 a month in fuel if you drive like a normal person. Then comes the insurance. Full-size trucks have the highest insurance rates in America. Theft, accidents, and expensive repair costs mean you are paying $2,500 a year just to insure this thing. Add in the fact that the 5.3-liter V8 has active fuel management issues that cause lifter failures, and you are looking at a $4,000 engine repair at 100,000 miles. Tires? $1,200 every 40,000 miles. Brakes? $800 every 50,000 miles. Oil changes with 8 quarts of synthetic? $90 every few thousand miles. The Silverado does not just drain your wallet. It siphons it dry month after month. But if you think Chevy is expensive, wait until you see what Ford is charging for basically the same truck. 4. Ford F-150. The best-selling vehicle in America for over 40 years. It is also one of the most expensive vehicles to own when you factor in everything. Ford loves to advertise the aluminum body as a weight-saving innovation. What they do not tell you is that aluminum body panels cost 3 times more to repair than steel. A minor fender bender that would cost $800 to fix on a steel truck now costs $2,500 on an F-150. Insurance companies know this, which is why your premiums are sky high. Then there is the engine lottery. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost is solid. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost is a ticking time bomb. Cam phasers fail, turbos leak oil, and the entire engine has to come out for major repairs. We are talking about $8,000 to $10,000 in labor and parts, and this happens between 80,000 and 120,000 miles, which is right when most people are still making payments. The 5.0-liter V8 is reliable, but it guzzles fuel like it is going out of style. 15 miles per gallon in mixed driving. At current gas prices, that is $400 a month in fuel if you actually use your truck. Add in $70,000 purchase prices for a Lariat or King Ranch, astronomical annual insurance, and depreciation that hits 30% in the first 3 years, and you have got a money pit on wheels. The F-150 is iconic, but it is also incredibly expensive. And somehow, GMC found a way to make it even worse. Number 3. The GMC Sierra 1500. This is literally a Chevrolet Silverado with a different grille and a massive markup. GMC markets it as the premium version of the Silverado. The reality is, you are paying luxury truck prices for the same mechanical issues. The big V8 in the Denali is a beast. It is also a fuel hog. Single-digit fuel economy in the city. That is a brutal monthly gas bill if you drive normal annual mileage. The diesel sounds like a great option for fuel economy, except it is not. The diesel particulate filter clogs if you do short trips. Cleaning it is expensive. Replacing it costs a fortune. And here is the kicker. GMC charges luxury car prices for a loaded Denali. For that price, you get the same transmission problems as the Silverado, the same active fuel management lifter failures, and interior materials that feel cheap for what you are paying. Insurance is brutal because of the price tag. Depreciation is even worse because used truck buyers are not stupid. They will buy a Silverado instead and save thousands. The Sierra 1500 is a financial disaster wrapped in chrome and leather. Number 2. The Ram 1500. Stellantis has perfected the art of building trucks that look amazing and fall apart spectacularly. The Ram 1500 has the best interior in the half-ton truck segment. It also has some of the worst reliability. We have already talked about the lifter failures in the Grand Cherokee. Well, the Ram uses the same engine, and it fails even faster because trucks work harder. Lifter replacement is a nightmare. Transmission replacement is even worse. These are not if questions. These are when questions. The air suspension is standard on higher trims. It is also a massive repair waiting to happen. The electronics are a nightmare. Touchscreens freeze, backup cameras fail. The infotainment system needs constant updates that cost a fortune at the dealership. Fuel economy is abysmal. Combined numbers that make you cringe every time you fill up. Insurance is through the roof because Rams get stolen more than any other truck. And depreciation? A 3-year-old Ram loses nearly half its value. You buy it at premium prices. 3 years later, it is worth a fraction of that. Tens of thousands of dollars evaporated. The Ram 1500 is beautiful, comfortable, and financially catastrophic. But there is one truck that makes all of these look affordable. Number 1. The Ram 2500 and 3500 Heavy Duty. This is the king of wallet destruction. If you want to lose more money than a Vegas high roller, buy one of these. Let us start with the purchase price. A loaded Ram 3500 Limited with the Cummins diesel costs $95,000. That is not a typo. Nearly $100,000 for a pickup truck. Your monthly payment stands at 7%, and you will be making them for 6 years or more. But wait, it gets worse. The 6.7-liter Cummins diesel is legendary for durability, but it is not exempt from EPA emissions equipment. Exhaust fluid system fails constantly. The diesel particulate filter needs regeneration. When these systems fail, and they will, you are looking at $5,000 to $8,000 in repairs. And here is the fun part. Most of this is not covered under warranty because Stellantis will blame your driving habits or fuel quality. Considering this beauty runs on diesel, fuel prices are at their highest in recent times, which the Ram 3500 shows no mercy on consumption. Depreciation is worth mentioning. Though heavy-duty trucks hold value better than half-tons, you are still losing $30,000 in the first 3 years. Then we have tires, insurance, and registration fees, which are also cost-intensive. The Ram Heavy Duty is a shining beauty that receives your money with the right hand on the lot, but takes with the left hand once it gets to your household. So there you have it, the 9 best-selling vehicles that will absolutely drain your wallet. From the Toyota RAV4 all the way to the Ram Heavy Duty, these are the cars and trucks that look great on paper, but destroy your finances in reality. The lesson here is simple. Best selling does not mean best value. Do your research. Factor in insurance, fuel, maintenance, and depreciation before you sign anything. Your bank account will thank you. If this video taught you something, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me which vehicle on this list surprised you the most.